Hello everyone, my name is Cetus and welcome back to Imperator Rome as the Seleukid Empire and our efforts to reunite Alexander's empire. In the last episode we took a little bit more from of the shoreline here, and it kind of, as all our wars recently have, didn't go quite as well as we expected just because of revolts, making things a little bit harder on us. But hey, we took as much land as we could without having insane aggressive expansion, and now we just need to chill out and probably do some development while we wait for our aggressive expansion to burn off. It was mentioned to me, which is kind of interesting, that while we have our ruler still, we have war goals on a lot of our neighbors because he is a potential heir to the Alexander's throne. As soon as he's dead, we won't have that claim anymore. And there is just a legacy of Alexander war goal, which is kind of cool, actually. They were mentioning that it also had, or gave you less aggressive expansion. I don't see that in the menu. It says plus 25, and there's plus 25 for just taking it. But maybe there's a modifier there that it doesn't show. But it's still kind of a neat war goal that exists. I assume it's with Egypt as well. Yeah, any of those legacy empires probably has it. Regardless, for now, there's a mission apparently we can complete. Oh right, the bread and circus one, if we don't want to spend the gold. Which maybe we'll spend the gold. I mean, gold is not that hard to come by for us. What else is going on? We have pretender support. It looks like not everyone is supporting our proper... Our heir is amazing, by the way. 9997. I hadn't noticed that. Too bad he's already 45. But yeah, we have... 5 people are supporting our backup heir. Which I guess is fine. Problem of a lot of children. Apparently we still have exiled armies, but I think, yeah, they have orders to come back, so that's not a huge deal. We have a 4K army on Cyprus here, but we should bring them back. That would be best. And we have a disloyal province. That's not ideal. Minus 32. Too late to build stuff, too late to build stuff. He seems like an amazing governor, so I find it hard to believe that a different one would be better. Unless they have a trait that specifically makes them better. They don't. Yeah. Could change to, where is it? Nope, not encourage trade. Local autonomy. Still going down. Not by as much, but going down. Interesting. Not a ton we can do about that. And the civilization change would be nice because of the deserts here. Basically, if you have a high enough civilization level, barbarians can't spawn, and we're having plenty of issues with barbarians, so that would be nice. I'm almost tempted to develop a trade route. We only have 1 slave. Oh, right. 1 slave in that piece, obviously. Let's develop a trade route here. Bring in something to make people happier. Low food supply. Right, we still have an army trapped down here. Which is taking food from the but no, the province is fine. What are you guys whining about? That province, on the other hand, is not fine when it comes to food. Can we build a farm over here? Not specifically down here. We're in a desert. Oh, don't own that. Right, because... Oh, that's not even mine. So actually I have 2 provinces of it. Okay, I see what's going on. Or 3 provinces of it. And a bunch of it's not, and I couldn't make a farm here, right? Yeah, no, I couldn't. Almost tempted to build a farm here, help with the food situation. That's kind of tricky, because I don't have enough of the provinces to do stuff. Loyalty. I could grab a trade route out of here, and I'll make a trade route for here, and then import food. Not the most ideal, but it will do the job. Okay, let's unpause. Lots going on now. And we're mostly just at the wait period of this, I mean, the primary is a wait period. We'll build up and work on our mission trees, though. That takes 1,000 gold and requires some changes, but we can do... Oh, that's done. We'll work on that. It's a timed one. I assume we'll get pop-ups over it. The promotion of Sozu? Nope, none of the letters I'm saying out loud are what's in there. Regardless, has not only made it attractive to Macedonian, but have begun to prepare for a new life in the growing city. City is open to all. Yeah, no, city's open to all. Why not? Pirates causing problem. Apparently we have a scorned family. Did someone die? Having 5 families kind of sucks. The cost of being big, I guess. But we don't appear to have... Oh, we have too many relations again. Okay, we'll deal with that. You're a member of a family. That's me. I'm looking for a province that might have a governor that's a minor family member. There we go. Oh, and they're becoming disloyal too, so replacing you isn't the end of the world. Problem is, you're not amazing. It didn't really help with the... I mean, it helped with the Scorn family, but not really anything else. Ooh, tradition. I haven't even thought about this for the Seleucids. And we have the Greek traditions. Makes sense, I guess. So what do we got? Better ships, bigger ships, better light infantry, better enslaving, better siege, archers. I guess bonuses for a bunch of different people on hills, master of mountains, and light infantry. So this is going to make light infantry, archers, and boats better. That's not a bad one, in all honesty. And siege is good. Enslave is useful, as horrific as it is. Heavy infantry. Light cavalry. Military colonies. You know, I don't think I've ever played around with military colonies. So I don't know much about what they do. Port defense. Overall, though, that interests me a little bit less. A lot of bonuses to heavy infantry and light cavalry. Light cavalry are very useful. What do we got here? Heavy cavalry, army morale, ship damage, cavalry skirmish, so some new tactics, heavy cavalry, light infantry, cavalry. I kind of like the left one, but I think I'm going to go right. I want the bigger boats. I don't know if I need them. I want them because they're cool. Again, maybe not the most logical. But hey, I think a lot of like the light infantry stuff will help too, because we're gonna have a lot of light infantry in our army, especially with so much desert around our territory. That's just how it's gonna be. Raising a host. In her capacity as general, has begun using her own personal fund. Yeah, that's fine. Are you loyal? 48, not super loyal. That's fine. I have enough armies that it's fine. There's 2 armies down? Interesting. Okay, well, fine. Not the... I think there's supposed to be 1 army, but hey, 2 smaller ones won't hurt. Oh, we'll take more population. Yeah. I don't see a flaw with that. Now we should integrate one of our nations because we're over over our subjects. I thought we were integrating this one, actually. Okay. Did I not? Oh, yeah. We expect integration to last until January 1st, 509. That is a long time. Okay, maybe we'll annex another one too, just because of how insanely long that is. Yeah, that's like 50 years. Okay, we're gonna start integrating a second one too, simply because we don't know when we're gonna need another available slot. Quite simply. That's absurd. Omen, do we... I think I looked in the last episode and I've forgotten. But I don't think we have the one... Oh, there we go. Zeus. Aggressive expansion change -2. I could swear I looked for that and didn't see it. Or maybe the different categories, you can only have certain gods. Can I not put Zeus here? Oh, I never actually noticed that. Can't put Zeus there. Oh, a new deity of fertility. No one wants Zeus as the deity of fertility. That would be awful. Okay, so we can change this one to Zeus. Gains us ruler popularity. Okay, that would be good. Ruler popularity and aggressive expansion change. Oh, I can't invoke him yet. Okay, well that will be useful when it turns around. Anyone else of interest? What is this? Research points and monthly ruler popularity. What else can we get? Tech, taxes, money, pop conversion. Oh, pop assimilation speed. That's actually really useful. The passive effect here. So research is important, and keeping up to date is really important, but most of our empire, so if we come here and take a look, most of our empire is not Macedonian, which is us. So our actual culture is the little bits of purple splattered across everything. And everything else is not us. So I actually think changing that god would be very good. So where did it go? I forgot to pay attention to which one it was. Aquat? Oh, I didn't notice what that was doing to our stability. Okay, we're not changing that yet. We will. We'll remember that. What out of curiosity, anything here that's helpful? Nothing that jumps out. I'm not looking that hard. I don't want to stare at this menu forever. That actually seems very helpful. Monthly Freeman happiness. So for now, we will activate you, gain the ruler popularity. And then we need to sacrifice some... I was in the menu. I don't know why I closed it. We need to sacrifice some pigs. Using up the last of our political influence, so we are gaining stability, because our negative stability is quite a bit of a flaw. So we're gaining 0.18 each month. Losing a bunch because of aggressive expansion, gaining some because of those sacrifices, gaining some because of our ruler zeal, and also decay by plus 17 towards 50. Cool. So, back to running things. Got some disloyal characters. Honestly, a little bit surprised I don't have more than 2 disloyal characters, considering the circumstances. Civil War ends. Lovely. Liberation. And has taken upon themselves to free a sizable quantity of privately owned slaves. For freedom is fine, I think, honestly. Because then we gain, we gain some freemen. Okay, what we should look at. Never before has the streets of Susan been as clean and its gardens so well kept. The stone palaces now make it Immediately apparent that this is not just a city, but also the very center of a great power, an urban expansion of splendor and wealth. Suzanne is now a city of stone. Too early in the morning to be recording. We gain a freeman and a citizen. Migration attraction bonus, conversion bonus, and assimilation bonus. Sweet. Useful on all fronts. Okay, so what do we got here? Right, I pre-built it up to be a regimental city. So manpower and assimilation speed. And loyalty. Oh, so it's manpower over taxes. Okay, well that's cool. Okay, so the left tree is done, and everything is good there. Breeding program. The long-term supply of fodder secured, there are now some that argue that Severn would make the ideal location for breeding horses. Okay, that makes sense. So now we have two remaining. This one is... So we could just breed and circus and not have to invest any more into the province. But I mean, the whole point of this is to make it better. So I'm tempted to turn this into a city. Honestly. More cities will help us anyway. So I'm tempted to invest the money in that. What does it take over here? We need 1,000 gold. We need produces or imports wood. Produces or imports olives. Is the capital, has city status. Interesting. And we gain a ton of slaves. Okay, well that's a cool one. I think we're going to start by building up this one. And the reason for that is... We don't have the 50 influence? Yeah, we don't have the 50. The reason for that is this one, we're going to have to develop a bunch of trade routes, I think, to make it happen. The kings that once served Alexander have started to pass away, and with them so does the immediate claim to his empire. The men who have become known as the successors are now themselves being succeeded by their prodigy. While powerful leaders in their own right with a strong claim to the realms of the father, these agents are regional dynasts and cannot restore an empire that has been tainted by a generation of infighting. All claims on Alexander's empires are lost. We can no longer use the legacy of Alexander war goal when declaring war. We need to pause. There's a few things happening because I think we just died. The recent instability caused by the death of Herden has created a power vacuum within which certain scheming pretenders are too eager to fill. Yeah, this is where we're at risk at civil war now. Embodied by... don't know that word. They have raised hordes of malcontents and plot against the throne itself. We must look to the future of our nation and safeguard the Seleukid Empire through these perilous times. Minus 20 stability. Oh, good lord. With 0 stability. If we do not have a civil war, I will be amazed. Old loyalties and allegiances in a monarchy are never entirely tied to the state, but rather to the monarch. With the death of Seleucus, I'm not going to say his own name, our grasp over the various parts of our empire loosen ever so slightly. Once again, strengthen our hold. Long live the monarchy. Oof. At least he's a really awesome leader. I'm kind of impressed. Our leader lasted a long time. What do we have here? Untiring devotion. Holding quite the reputation as a man of decency and honor. That's useful. 3 stability. Happy day. Okay. Let's take a look at some things. Well, this will probably be a good place to wrap it up. But let's kind of clean up the mess that's been immediately left. So, we have a new ruler. He's awesome. We have a new primary heir who is almost as old as our ruler. Oh, he's going to be... We don't have kids, do we? We don't have a spouse. Okay, a few things to deal with. We are very popular, which is super helpful. No corruption and a decent power base. Our legitimacy is so-so, though. and dropping because of the stability issues. Okay. We can hold games and improve popularity. Doesn't help us. War Council doesn't help us. Should have demanded the Oath of Allegiance the other way around. I feel like this is one of the few games where I really wanted political influence. I think actually in the last game I ran into that, and I was mentioning that I feel like they've rebalanced political influence. In previous games, it felt like you just had an infinite supply of political influence, and you could do whatever made you happy at a particular moment. Okay, what do we got? Army is lacking food. You are starving. We could question the brilliance. Don't we have a supply map mode? Come here. You won't starve yourself. What's the other one lacking food? These armies. Oh, these are the, maybe I almost want to starve them. These are the armies of the pretenders. Except for I think it will just hurt my manpower pool. So we'll get them food. But each of the pretenders has raised an army. A very big army. What do we got? One of our armies is lacking a general. Do we have a scorned family? I do not think we do. You're just good, and you're loyal. Honestly, right now, that's all we're looking for. What do we got? Title is to be assigned. We're looking for young and skilled. You kind of fit both those. Though if I give it to this person, we have a grateful family, and I feel like we could use the loyalty bonus right now. But we're going to do that. She has a decent amount of finesse too, so that's actually just helpful. Then we'll give it to you, because you're pretty good and you're young, so you'll be in the position for a while. Okay. Unmarried ruler. Still complete tasks. A few last things to clean up, but I think that's going to be a good place to call this episode. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode where we'll continue to try and stop this empire from breaking down at the seams. Thanks again.